Okay, let's do this. Hi everyone, I'm Talia, and today I wanted to talk to you about my journey to planner peace. What is planner peace? For me, it is finding a planner that I love and I'm also okay with not using in case things get crazy. My first planner that I ever had was a school planner, and I didn't use it very often because back then I had a really good memory. I don't know what happened, but I think it was the kids. It's gone. So now I have to write everything down. But my first planner, when I knew I needed help, I went out and I bought my day timer. And it had the Flavia inserts. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And if you have not seen those inserts, they are beautiful. I don't have any to show you because I threw them out. I ended up with 2 pages per day spread because I am a writer and I needed lots of space. And some days I wouldn't write at all, so then that whole page was kind of wasted. Sometimes the day wasn't big enough. Sometimes I had this great idea pop into my head and I wrote and wrote and wrote in tiny handwriting, mind you, all the way to the bottom, and then I needed more room. So then what do? Go back to one of the blank days, go ahead and use tomorrow's, but what if I need tomorrow? Also, they put the month on one day, and there was hardly any room for me to write. They did give you note pages at the beginning and the end of the month. The structure wasn't working out for me because I'm so all over the place with what I need my planner to do. So I scrapped that system. It's terrible when you miss a day in one of those too, because then you have this empty date. This empty date in there and you're like, do I tear it out and throw it away? I recycled it in shame. Go green. After that, I got really into Alejandra.tv. So my next one was a full-size binder. It was very lovely. And my favorite thing about this, I got this at Office Depot, and it's the same one she had on her desk. It has the pink cover inside. So soft. Actually, it's not that soft. It's kind of like a rough fabric, but it's better than plastic. Anyway, so it's a faux leather, and I had my calendar, my routines, and my goals, and my writing. The big plus of the big one was so much room to write, and I could just put straight loose leaf paper in for writing, which I loved, and it was working really great, except it's too big to fit in a purse. So then you're out with your friends like, what are you doing Saturday? I don't know. It needs to fit in the purse. That is why I went away from the full-size planner. Then I found out about bullet journaling, and I knew that Moleskine and Leuchtturm and all those were the big thing, but I didn't want to spend any more money on a new system. So this was my first bullet journal, and I bought it at Ross. Yeah. In January 2015, I was trying to be more organized for the new year. So my first bullet journal, as you can see, it left a lot to be desired. It was just very simple. Here I had my journal writing prompts. You can see these squares on the top. I didn't do this. This is how the planner came, so you can pretty much see a blank page next to it. So that's how it came. And this one I did love. It was kind of hard to do decorative things. I would do like, this is my March, and it's not the best. It has some washi tape in it. I was going with the pink theme. So that was my holdback to that one because I needed, you need the dots or the grid so that you can do a little more. I mean, you can in here, but it was really hard when you're making a chart. So, because you had to draw all the lines down. And I was using it, and I was loving it. And unfortunately, I had an accident, a chocolate accident, so I didn't want to use it anymore because it was like impossible to get off. So the next planner I moved into was an official Leuchtturm. So here's my lemony yellow that you have seen inside of. I'm working in it right now. And I started it in June of 2016. And I stayed in it until Okay, here's the story. I left my bullet journal because I read Getting Things Done by David Allen. A couple people were recommending it. So I read it, and it did make me want to have these lists. When you read Getting Things Done, The Art of Stress-Free Productivity, you want to make lists. So I moved into a 3-ring binder. There it is. So cute. I got it at Staples. I got a hole punch at Staples. The hole punch was like $8. I think this one was 10, but I did see it on Amazon for cheaper. I was watching Boho Berry a lot at the time, and she was moving into a Filofax, and it was a little pricey for my taste. She said at the beginning of the year. She ended up moving into it sooner, but I said, I don't have to wait to finish my bullet journal. I can move in anytime I want. So this was my planner. I had little tabs that I made. I was trying to be really crafty. I was able to make those lists. Those lists were nice. I made it very bullet journaling. I got some dot grids. Don't mind that, the kids like to color. I really like that I could print out stuff and just hole punch it and stick it in. But I could also do that with my bullet journal. I would just print it on sticky paper, which I have now. So it wasn't that big of a plus for me. I have my meal tracker that you've seen. I have my days. Here's my Novembers. And some collections I wanted to show you. You see how this is? Where is it? I don't know. Let me find it. So I started making the spreads, but this paper bled through. You can see it. These are my normal pens that I use in my bullet journal all the time, and they're bleeding through like crazy. It wasn't working. The rings bother me when I'm trying to write. I cannot handle the rings. So then I moved back into my bullet journal, and here's the trick to fixing the problem that I had originally. What I have originally is I don't like when I can't find things. Here's my shopping list where I put a sticky note to keep my grocery list, and it was fantastic, except I can't find it. Where is it? Oh, it's lost now. Well, let's go to the index. Oh, there it is, 44. I started using the sticky tabs for a while, and I didn't like them. So finally I got this hack, and that is to take it and flip. You can tell I'm at the back. So that's my shopping list, and I love it in the back. It's right there. I know where it is. So I'm keeping all my frequently used collections in the back, and that's what I'm going to be doing. The biggest pro I can say for the bullet journal is the flexibility. I can write for 3 pages in there if I need to, and if I don't plan for a week, just turn the page. If I want my calendar, I have this. If I want to journal in it, it can all be in here. And if I want a chart or graph, I can draw those in there too, and then everything's with me all the time. And it also fits in my purse, because if everything's in here and it's at home, it's not doing you much good. It's been a long road to Planner Peace, but I am so happy in these Leuchtturm bullet journals that I love them, and I'm keeping them, and I'm never gonna leave them. They're awesome. So I've been through a lot of notebooks, and there's pros and cons to each of them. And I'd love to hear what kind of planners you have all tried that didn't work for you, what did work, what didn't work, because I like to implement things that I loved in my new planner. And Flavio is really pretty in the Daytimer. I love that border, so I use a lot of the washi tape for my first bullet journal. And the other one with all the routine trackers, that's when I started tracking routines, was in the Office Depot notebook. So I take my favorite things from each of them and I keep going. And I think that's part of growing, part of changing, part of life. So finding a planner that works for you is a journey, and I hope that maybe my journey helps you a little bit. So thanks for watching my Journey to Planner Peace vlog. I hope it was helpful, informative, or just fun to see someone else's journey. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Bye! you sorry? Are you sorry for shaking the camera? Yes. Go on. Go on. No, you're still shaking it.